Oh, you're not answering my emails, are you? You must want to see me at the factory then. Right, today, boys, we're going down to the on-running factory, Nike factory, Arc'teryx factory. I'm in Vietnam right now. And you know what? Sometimes you just got to go knock on door and see what happens. You really do. If you can be that one that's willing to do it, then some stuff can happen. Last night got a bit crazy, to be honest. But to be honest, with all that noise, right, I'll tell you what Vietnam's like. I'll tell you exactly what Vietnam's like, yeah? With the noise like that, it didn't sound much different to what it usually sounds like anyway. Like, the constant beeping and just madness of it. This is about 2 hours away. So, I've basically spent a lot of time looking at how to get to certain places, what certain places are around, and just sort of trying to figure out how it works. So I'm in Hanoi right now. This is central Hanoi. But what you'll see is the factories are basically a little far out. But they're like, there's like one here, there's like one here, there's like one here, there's like one all the way down here. And then a lot of them are in Ho Chi Minh City. I'm going to go to this one first. This is the On factory because they're bastards. Right, let me say something, yeah? These people, I've gone through hell to get in contact with these people. I've spoke to the head of wholesale for the brand. The top guy, I've got his contact details. I'm not going to say how, but I did. And didn't reply. So, you know, if he's not replying on the emails, he obviously wants me to go to the factory in person, doesn't he? So, yeah, listen, I'll tell you something. With these sourcing trips, if you're trying to buy something and find something to buy, you know what? You're going to... And this is just in life in general, yeah? You're going to come across loads of people who just want to give you the answer that they want to give you, yeah? Well, I'm not operating on the answers that you're giving me. I'm operating on the answers that I want. And if I go to the final very end with my most effort and the most distance, and it doesn't happen, then I know that it can't happen. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to go change this. This is Thai baht. Not that much, but just what we're in my bag. Go change this Thai baht, go get some breakfast, because fuck me, guys. I'm losing weight out here. Honestly, weight is dropping off me. I'm walking around constantly. Not eating because I'm just looking to buy stuff, and I'm gonna go for some breakfast, get this, and then we're gonna get a driver to take us down there, and then go knock on the door, see what happens. What they're gonna do? Bradford to factories, Bradford to Vietnam. Let's go. See, what I'm looking for here is ideally, I want to find the ideal thing for me is I find a link for, you know, obviously shoes and clothes and stuff like this, right? Because I just know that I can move big numbers of it. You know, like branded stuff, right? But ideally what I want as well, if I am working with a fashion brand, right, and I can help them get some Arc'teryx style jackets made, and it's from the same factory as Arc'teryx, then I just know that they're going to do the job right, and for that brand it's a big asset. You need to go build those relationships in person, really. Obviously, if you're not ready to order, you're not serious about ordering, then it's going to be pointless turning up. But you know, you never know you can meet. Like, what you've got to understand about these factories, right? It's a little bit different to how you think, because you know, like, people think it's just like one big Nike logo outside the factory. It isn't. It's like if you're Nike, you'll get clothing manufactured at one factory, you'll get shoes manufactured at another, and these factories are independently owned. Tell you what, if it comes to Vietnam, yeah, what you're gonna notice is The service is just not great. I come to this spot every single day, yeah. It's same thing every single day. Always something wrong. Always something wrong. I had to tell him yesterday, like there were 2 guys working, massive queue out here, customers walking away. And one of the guys was just sat down, not even helping other guy, and I just said to him, you need to be helping him, buddy. Yeah? It's called customer service, you should fucking try it sometime. And it's basic stuff like that. You just think, wow, if you had someone working for your business and they were sat around like that and customers were walking away, hello, alright, thanks. And there were customers walking away, you'd be like, oh, no, I'm okay, thank you. So yeah, by the way, boys, you're wondering about prices and stuff like this, right? That is an hour away, so about 25 kilometres, and that's costing about 6-7 quid for an hour's drive. I don't even necessarily know exactly what I'm looking for, right? But I'm looking for something. I'm looking for something. I don't know what it is yet. Hello, sir. You speak English?
No good.
Okay, no problem. The thing is with these factories, they're not, they're in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing really, nothing around them. I might not speak English, but that's what we've got phones for. Google Translate, yeah. And then, yeah, just see what happens. Try to get some contact details. I mean, listen, if the prices are good, I'll buy today. I'll buy some stuff today, but I'll just ship it back. But we'll have to see, innit? It's more just getting the contacts really. Once you've got the contacts over here and they know you're serious, like if you say I've travelled from England, I'm here, I'm ready to buy, they know you're serious. So this is what you say when you get to the factory, yeah? You just say, I'm here for the factory tour. Not, can I get a factory tour? You just say, I'm here for the factory tour. Okay, you've got to say it like, people are expecting me, I'm meant to be here. That's how you've got to act. You'll be surprised how far you can get with doing that. And yeah, we'll see what happens, but we're about 15 minutes away at the minute, in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, we're in the factory bits now. So this guys, when you're buying them designer brands all over the world, in the highest end retail stores there is, this is where it comes from. This is where some of it comes from. Footwear. The name of it is footwear. Yeah, I think straight, keep going forward. Yeah, so basically all these factories are in the middle of nowhere and separate from each other. And what you'll get is like a factory that does footwear, and it'll be footwear for a big brand like On Running, but then it'll be some brands you've never heard of as well. So they'll do all types. They'll just specialise in like a certain type of foam or elastic or something like this. Like for example, Pioneer Elastic. You never noticed in these factories. All the value on a brand. Okay, I say this over and over again. All the value on a brand is just retail stores, marketing, perception. Yeah, when you boil it down to the rawest level, it's made in factories in poor areas that look like this. Nothing crazy. Oh, is this WhatsApp? Okay. So I'll message you soon. I can pay extra if you wait.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Not long, maybe 5-10 minutes. Okay, won't be long. Oh, sorry. Speak English?
Hello.
Okay. Hello. How are you? Hi, my name's Theo. Theo.
Okay.
Theo.
Yeah.
Like Theo.
So, who are you gonna meet?
So I'm just here for a factory tour. I came to Vietnam for a sourcing trip. I prefer to do things in person. To be honest, I've not had anything made in Vietnam yet. I'm just trying to figure out how things work, try and meet people, trying to come to the correct places. So I was just hoping if you've got a showroom or you do some sort of tour or.
Before we do like the introductions or representations, if we have the information or inform, how did you know and you get here?
Just researching online. Just researching online. Because the thing is, I can look at all the photos online, but I need to see quality in person, you know. So, you know, I've travelled all the way here from the UK, taking taxis around, and I'm just looking at places to hopefully.
Okay, maybe you can get interesting things near here because here is the garment area.
Yeah. And can I buy on running from you guys?
Buy, we don't have like a retail selling, so
No wholesale.
yeah.
Truck is just full of shoes. So they were basically giving me a rundown of how it worked. I spoke perfect English. So they make the fact this factory's here. There's 1, 2, 3. They make the base layer, then the canvas part, then the sole, and the designing, all in these different places. So there's 3 factories just in the back here, and this is the main factory they all work in. But really, you need to book something. You've got to understand the brands. They don't want, you know, they don't want people to know like, oh, we make on running here, but this is where it comes from. These got made here. Hundreds of millions of pounds worth of merchandise gets made here. Designer stuff. They don't want you to film because obviously what you've got to understand is they don't want, you know, these guys want to make money. Okay, if you're a serious buyer, they will want to do business with you because they want to make money. I didn't get to go in this specific factory, but you know what? I got a couple places he recommended. Got the contact to the vice president, so you know that's how you do it. That's how you get the contacts. Show up, speak to the people. If they can see you're serious, you know it's a bit of an unorthodox method, right? Just showing up, but if you're serious about it, they know you're serious. You're willing to show up in person, and it's just showing that you're not just some random email or some random message online. Want it, go find it, mate. But yeah, just on the way to a different factory now. This is one for activewear clothing that he recommended. You know, ideally I want you know, activewear clothing, shoes. That's what I've just sold the most of, to be honest, myself. I mean, you don't have to do this stuff. This is the hardest stuff to get. You're better off doing something boring, but I like the challenge. I'll be real, I like the challenge. Make it past the guards, pal. I'm here for the factory tour. Not a factory tour, the factory tour. There is a factory tour going on, and I'm here for it, okay? So fucking let me in, you bastard. Good afternoon, how are you?
Yeah, good. Can I know which is the contact person with you in our factory?
I've not contacted anyone. I'm a seller from the UK. I'm visiting manufacturers in person in Hanoi, and I'm just going around trying to meet people whilst I'm here and trying to get some contacts for possible manufacturing. I've got a brand in the UK, so.
Because in our factory normally we will need the contact before.
Okay.
So if you don't have any contact before, so we cannot let you come in.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you have a showroom or anything like that.
Because we only production. It's not the.
We might have made it past the first hurdle, boys. Alright. Listen, don't be scared. Make it past the front gate. We're in, baby.
Hello.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Good. I'm Lucky.
My name is Theo. Theo.
Still, yeah, I heard you want to be.
So basically then, he took us on a little factory tour, showed us how things are getting made. This is a factory that does a lot of brands for activewear type of stuff. Got the contact information, got the email address for a couple of factory guys that I needed to speak to. Ideally, you need a car really. You do need a car because you want to be able to just drive where you want. So everything's pretty spread out, but you see like these random shops here, you know, in the middle of nowhere, right? But trust me, some of these shops have legit stuff in it. A lot of them are fake, but if you can tell, it's no problem. But you just never know what you're gonna find. Who's got the, you know, if someone's uncle works in the factory and can get hands on stuff, and they end up opening a shop with that connection, like here, that connection's not very valuable. But if you know how to sell it and where to sell it, you can make it valuable, right? I mean, there's money to be made for sure, but you've got to search for it, man. You've got to search for it. Like, I walked into that shop then, right? There's this guy in his bird smoking cigs behind the counter, yeah, shop full of clothes. I walk in and I'm like, oh, open. Obviously, they might not speak English, but they're looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing here? And I'm like, what else would I be here for, you dumb bastard? What else would I possibly be here for? I think about it like this, right? So, if you've got a factory that produces Nike stuff, let's say, or Lululemon, for example, there's so much stuff getting manufactured in that factory. You've got the samples, you've got maybe stuff that's damaged, and then you've also got, premium parts of the brand themselves, right? And you've got to think they're just employing local people from the area. There's not as many rules and strongholds and stuff like that for stock out here. Like you go to England, you're not going to find that. This is where it's made, right? This is where it's made, and people are related to the people who run the factories and own the factories and stuff, right? So if you can come up across a random shop and this shop sells some stuff that he gets off his uncle who works in the factory, right, but they're selling to poor people in the middle of nowhere in Vietnam, they don't even understand what that stock is, right? And if you can sort of bridge that gap, this is arbitrage, this is what I'm saying on this channel, right? If you can bridge that gap and get something from one place and sell it in another where the value is, aka take it from this market, this local market, because it's selling in person, and I take it to the UK and then sell it in public, there might be an opportunity there. Or I might just end up coming here and wasting my time. That's also another thing, right? I might not end up making any money out of it, but there's a chance. Like if you want to make some proper money, you've got to take some chances, right? And there's some risk involved, but you get a story out of it. It's not all bad. So yeah, just heading back to central Hanoi now. It would literally take weeks to go around all the factories. I think I'm going to come back because it's Christmas in a few days. I'm going to go home for Christmas, but when I come back, I'm going to come with a bit of a better plan now. I understand how it all works, and spend a good few days, rent a car, get a list of things to do. But yeah, if I don't even know if what I'm looking for actually exists, but that's where you got to come to find out. Yeah, I think that's it for today, boys. Got some good contacts, got to see what I needed to see. You just got to learn about this stuff. Like, listen, I've never been here before, right? I'm trying to learn how it all works, trying to learn who to speak to, but if you can get some contact details, you can get some information, it's worth it. Because listen, let me tell you something, yeah. When it comes to putting effort into figuring something out, I just always think to myself, like, what's the potential of this opportunity, right? Like, if I get, the thing is, if I got a link for on running, I know how to sell a lot of that running stuff. If I get the right price on that and an unlimited link, it's like my life can change off that. Your life can change with one connection, one piece of information, one person you meet. It can change the entire game for you. So, that's why I sort of approach it like that. And when you think about it like that, it makes you sort of be willing to go a lot further to figure the information out. Yeah, I know I said that was going to be it, but I've just spent an hour and a half in the shop and I've just bought loads of stuff. So I need to get out of this country because I can't stop myself going in these shops, and I can't stop myself buying shit, and I need to leave.